All right, Claudio Martini at Resistance Training. Today's Friday. We just finished with workout 3 in the rotation, which consisted of behind the neck press, lying triceps, and barbell curls. So we're going to take Saturday, Sunday off, and then we're going to hit Monday, number 4. All right, today I want to address this whole sugar fasting, sugar diet, high carbs, extremely low fat, with this miracles that it's creating for everyone. All right, I'm going to say this. I may get a lot of bullshit comments. I don't care. I'm going to say this. Total effing bullshit. All right? The reason these people are losing the weights and supposedly getting ripped, all right, there's a few YouTubers, I'm not going to mention their names, is because they are in a calorie deficit. Somehow, some way, just like when you go carnivore, the same thing with carnivores, they go into a deficit. However you get to the deficit, it's because they are taking in less calories than they burn, all right? Calories in, calories out. At the end of the day, that's it. Now, I'm going to hear it, oh, a calorie is not always just a calorie. That's true to a certain extent. But we've known for decades, when you starve someone, they're going to lose weight. End of story. If I have a dog and the dog's overweight and the vet tells me, hey, cut his meals in half, guess what? The dog gets thinner. All right, it's not because I fed him sugar. It's not because I fed him some weird diet plan that the vet gave me. It's because calories in, calories out. That's it. Anyone that tells you that calories don't matter, run like hell, because they are full of bullshit. All right. So, with that being said, I don't follow any extremes in diet. Carnivore is an extreme. Pure veganism is an extreme. Sugar, high carbs, no fat, okay, no protein is an extreme. These are extreme diets that will harm you in the end. Now, these people doing these things, these diets and getting results, these are relatively young people. All right. What I mean by young, to me, they're in their 35 to 50 or 45. They're relatively young. All right. So their body is very resilient to onslaughts of doing harmful things. The body can withstand things. You know, when you're young, you can drink all night, work all day, smoke all day, and boom, come back and do it again, and keep doing it and doing it, all right? But eventually things start to break down because the body is an incredible machine, all right? It can take whatever you can smack it, but it's going to fight you all the way until at one point it says, hey, you win, and it's going to give you a disease and you're going to die because you didn't listen to it. All right, and that's what these people are going to do with all these extreme diets, all right? So that's my take on this whole thing, all right? And to say that these things are this high sugar, I'm going to tell you this, high sugar intake from candy and high carbs, white rice all day long, zero protein. These things are going to cause your cells to go into glycation. And that means the cells are going to get all sticked up, all right? And you're going to raise your insulin levels. And then you're going to, you may be able to tolerate it for quite a while. But after a while, you're going to start effing things up, all right? So if you're going to do this crazy shit, I suggest you get a fasting insulin every 6 months doing this. You get an A1C and you check your fasting blood sugars in the morning. All right. That's incredibly important. And it may look fine. All right. But as the years go by, all right, as things happen, these things are going to get worse because I just don't believe in extremes. Carnivore, everyone's pushing carnivore. Oh, well, uh, and here's the thing with carnivore. When you go strictly all meat and you cut out all your vegetables, you cut out your fruits, you're removing incredible amounts of good quality fiber. And your gut biome needs this bacteria, all right, to make incredibly different, it makes an incredibly amount of different uh, uh, bacteria. And this bacteria does many things. That bacteria inside of you that's made is just as much a part of you as you are part of them. It makes up your thinking. It makes up your serotonin. It makes up all your hormonal levels. That those bacteria, believe it or not, are helping you in your day-to-day well-being and functioning, your bowel movements, your hormone levels, your thinking. And that's what they do. So to start doing something and getting way out of on left or right field by high amounts of fat, chunks of butter, no carbs, big chunks of meat, you're just playing into the bullshit out there from all these people that just popped out of nowhere. If you go back 30, 40 years or 50 years ago and went on farms, farmers and people that worked hard for a living, what did they eat? Okay, they ate a variety of all kinds of foods, all right? They ate vegetables, they ate fruits, and they ate seasonally. When apples came into season, there was apples on the table. Just common ass sense things, okay? So at the end of the day, remember, they are in a calorie deficit. That's why it's working. All right? No, for no other reason. That's the reason. If you want to lose weight, take a formula. It's a simple formula. Take your body weight, times it by 12, and that should give you a rough amount of calories that you need to eat to lose roughly a pound a week. If you want to get really extreme and rapid fat loss, go to 10 times your body weight. If you're 200 pounds, you times your weight by 10. That means that you need to be at 2,000 calories a day. Stay at 2,000 calories a day. That should give you a bare minimum of a pound per week. If you need a little bit more, then drop it. But I suggest never going below 10 times your body weight, because you don't want to go too low, because then you start getting to all kinds of other problems, okay? So you don't want to go too low in calories, and because that will create problems, different problems that I'm not going to get into in this video. But you want to maintain roughly a good quality, all whole foods group. Stay away from junk food. Don't eat macaroni and cheese, hot dogs, hamburgers, pizza. You don't want to be doing that if you're trying to lose weight, all right? Now, don't be a monk either. If you're not trying to lose weight and you're healthy and you got a healthy weight, you want to have a slice of pizza or have some spaghetti once in a great while, go ahead and do that. That's not a big deal. We're all human, and we all like to eat once in a while certain things. But that doesn't mean, I'm going to have a pizza every weekend for cheat day. That's not what I'm talking. I'm talking about these things should be done very infrequently, maybe once every 2 or 3 months, and that's okay. Don't be a hermit and desocialize yourself from the whole world. If you go out to a ball game and a guy comes by and he wants to give you a hot dog and you're with some friends, oh no, I'm not eating a hot dog. That's bullshit. Eat the hot dog, have the beer. Don't be a monk, all right? You can be a monk most of the time, but cut loose sometimes, all right? Just cut loose and relax. Don't take life so freaking seriously, all right? So that's what I have to say on the sugar diet. The sugar diet is a scam. It's bullshit. The carnivore diet is a scam because we're all carnivores. We eat, if you're in society, we all eat meat anyway. So At the end of the day, here's my whole philosophy on diet. Eat low oxalate vegetables, because there are vegetables that are not good. There are berries out here. If you walk in the street out here, if you eat certain berries or leaves of plants, they'll freaking kill you. All right, so this is what I eat: salads, cucumbers, avocados, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, apples, oranges, strawberries, berries, lean meats, chicken, fish, dairy. Okay, I use Fairlife because if the lactose, it's lactose free. And get a variety of foods. Get those foods, and that to me is the healthiest approach. And it's a no-brainer approach, and you're not following some weird ass regiment. All right, you're not living in the freaking gym. You're not on a bunch of drugs, steroids, all this bullshit. You're just a person that wants to be healthy and live a long life. All right, there you go. That's the whole thing for me on diet in a nutshell. All right, that's it. Let's get out of here. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Ciao, subscribe, and like this channel.